In January 1974, a road connecting Matagami to Fort George, 450 miles or 750 kilometers, was under construction. It would eventually make possible the harnessing of 3 great rivers, and thus create a huge hydroelectric power complex. That road snakes through an area which has been inhabited and judiciously exploited by the Cree Indians for thousands of years. The present picture is about the way a group of those Indians are living during their temporary stay on their usual hunting grounds by the Eastmain River, about 5 miles from the new road. 70 miles, 100 kilometers, away from their village, 3 men, 5 women, and 2 children are going to live 6 months in a tent. Abraham and Emily Wipinkapo have been hunting together for over 30 years. Their legs have become tougher than the snowshoe frames the Indians strive to bend into shape. This winter, Emily and her companion are hunting on the Eastmain River for the last time. William Whiskey Chan and Clarence Mayapo have shushed their way to their trapping grounds, 20 miles distant. They are going to live in a relay tent. Within 4 or 5 days, they will be back to the camp, where the women will skin and carve the game their traps have yielded. In the surrounding forest, Mabel Whiskey Chan and Marjorie Wipinkapo cut down trees. These form reserves which they leave in the forest and which later will be hauled to the tent and chopped there. By March, when the plane flies them back to their village, Kathleen Whiskey Chan will be barely a month from giving birth to her second child. As a wife to William and a loving mother of a son, she quite naturally feels responsible for the other members of the group. her real and only family. For both Kathleen and William, their life as a married couple meshes perfectly with the life of the community. For want of deciduous trees, the beaver feeds on conifers. Because of its great value, this rodent, which accounts for 3/4 of all the animals trapped in those parts, is much sought after by the Indians, who eat its flesh and get the better part of their income from the sale of its fur. The Indians, who are entirely dependent on animals to survive, respect them as they would benefactors. A kind of awe for all animals is felt even after their deaths. Thus, after having skinned the beaver, they hang its skull out of the reach of prowlers or predatory animals. This sacred rite is meant to keep man and animal in spiritual harmony. It is the responsibility of the Indian woman to make mittens and moccasins out of caribou and moose skins. Today, in the forest of the Eastmain River, the Crees live approximately the same way their forefathers did. However, they can no longer hear the distant beat of the drums through the wilderness. Their ears have already become accustomed to the cassette recorder.